Welcome, beautiful souls, to this 30-minute Yoga Vibe flow for this August full moon. In fact, I've got 2 full moons in August. So you're going to come into a child's pose. Now you can take the knees wide. If you have any problem bending your knees, you can put blocks or towels or something underneath, cushions underneath your knees. Bring your forehead down to the floor, arms down beside you. If the head doesn't quite touch the floor, you can rest it on a block or cushion or just allow it to release. And just relax down into your child's pose. Breathe nice and deeply and turn your inner eye gaze to the space between and behind your eyebrows. Now we often just think of child's pose as just a rest pose, but there's a lot of benefits to child's pose. It's very nurturing, it's very nourishing, it's very rejuvenating, and it calms our nervous system because it reminds us of being in the womb, a time when usually we were kind of quite calm and comfortable. So I want you to notice how you feel in this position. Notice if you're kind of like impatient and waiting to get on with the rest of things, or whether you find it a comforting pose, or whether you find it a confronting pose. Some people may find it, quite irritating, if you like. You can feel quite vulnerable in this pose as well. So really be aware of all and any emotions that arise, and try and relax deeper into it. So feel the back of your heart melting. Now, according to astronomers, this month, August, could start with a bang, with drama ratcheting up a bit. So it's Leo season, and Leo is synonymous with extravagance, excitement, and revelation. So Leo, lions, kind of proud, raw kind of energy. And full moon is a time for release and revelations. It's also a time for reflection as well, reflecting on what has gone well, what we want to take with us into the next few weeks, what we want to leave behind. So whilst events that may come up may seem like challenges, may seem like, oh God, now what's happening, August can offer you the opportunity to kind of recalibrate, realign with your true purpose in life, your true kind of direction in life. And bear in mind also that we can change direction. So I want you to ask yourself, what lights me up? What lights me up? What excites me? What uplifts me? What energizes me? So sometimes I'll ask the opposite, what's draining you? What, drags you down? But I want you to ask yourself, what excites you? What really lights you up? If you could do anything, whether as a hobby or a job, doesn't really matter, what would you do? What's really important to you? And notice what comes to mind first. Try not to overthink it. Notice what comes to mind, because sometimes it might not be what we think it's going to be. And whatever comes to mind, notice also how the ego often goes, but I can't do that because I'm too old, I haven't got the resources, I haven't got enough money, and blah, 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 blah. And try and kind of let that go. Just hold on to that sense of excitement, that sense of, yes, I really could, I really love to do this. This ignites a fire within me. Because too often the ego comes in with reasons why we can't do it. And this is why some of our dreams don't come true, because we're sending out a message to the universe. The universe straight away says, yes, no problem, I can deliver that to you. But when we say, oh no, I can't, I'm too this, I'm too that, then the universe goes, oh, okay, you're not ready yet, I'll hold on the order. So imagine sending out an intention, sending out an desires. It's a bit like on Amazon. You place an order, it's going to arrive. So just focus on that energy, how it feels, thinking about the thing that lights you up. Take another nice deep breath in. And out. And then rebuilding your spine. Come up to sitting, bring your knees together, bring your hands on the thighs. We're not going to be here for too long, but if you need to, you can place a cushion behind your knees. Try and imagine your sit bones directly on top of your heels rather than the heels out to the side. Keep the hands pressed onto the thighs and do a little spine flex. Inhale forward, exhale round. Breathe in and out, in and out. So just focus on the movement in your spine. Keep the head in neutral. I've been away for a couple of days, so Miss Lulu's like, oh, you're going to take any chance I can get for a fuss. She looks at me and says, how dare you be moving? What are you doing, mother? So breathing in and out through the nose, activating the spine, activating all the energy centers, because whenever we work on the spine, we're working on the whole body. A light but dynamic breath. Feel your whole body waking up, warming up. Just 10 more seconds. Really make like a strong breath, almost like you're trying to blow your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. If you've got a cushion, pop that out the way. Come onto your fingertips. Tuck your toes under if you've got any rebellious toes. Free them. So your toes are all tucked under. And again, just come back, hands on your thighs, or bring your hands into a prayer position. Just stretch out your toes. Take 2 breaths here, stretching out your feet. They call this a broken toe posture. I try not to use that name very often because it doesn't sound very encouraging, does it? Broken toe pose. Now from here, bring your fingertips to the floor. Push back so your knees come off the floor. So you're almost like in a squatting child's pose. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, slowly land your heels and start to straighten your legs. So you might take the feet a little bit wider. Hold on to opposite elbows, let your head hang down. As you breathe in, bend your knees deeply so your chest comes to your thighs. As you breathe out, imagine straightening the legs. Imagine opening up the backs of the knees, even if you don't straighten them completely. So inhale, bend, and exhale, extend. And do it a couple of times to really open up the backs of those legs. As you're doing that, try and imagine spreading out your toes, pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. A bit of stretch in your spine as well. Then stay here, slight bend in the knees, under the arms, and switch. So the other hand's in front. This time just gently bounce the other body as if you're swinging forward and back. And keeping that slight bend in the knees. Relax your head. Yeah, release the arms, bend the knees even more, tummy pulled in, and slowly start to unfurl through the spine, curling yourself up to standing. Take your time, don't worry if you're there before me or after me, it really doesn't matter. Head floats up last. So feel grounded through your feet. Imagine stretching up through the crown of the head. Bring your big toes together, heels slightly apart, stretch out your toes. Clasp your hands above your head, stretch the arms up, relax the shoulders. Inhale, stretch over, exhale, lift, inhale, stretch, exhale, lift. Breathing in and out, in and out. It's quite a dynamic move to again warm up the spine a little bit more, keep the shoulders relaxed. If you need to go slower, then just go a little bit slower. Imagine stretching out the spine and using your oblique muscles to lift yourself back up again. Four, 3, 2, 1, and release. Then step, jump or walk. The feet nice and wide. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees. Spread out your toes. Notice how your hips turn. Turn your left toes in slightly and keep your pelvis nice and level. Press into both feet. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend your right knee, come into a little warrior 2. Now you notice my knee's gone way over my ankle. So I'm going to wiggle that foot forward a little bit. So ideally you want this knee in line with your ankle. And when you look down at your front foot, you should just be able to see the inside of your foot. So if you can see your little toe, it's because your knee's dropped in. So press that knee out, tuck your tailbone under, lift the thighs of that back leg, and bring your shoulders in line with your hips. Make sure that knee doesn't follow. So you're really engaging around the hips and thighs, stretching out through the groin. Press through all 4 corners of both feet. Stretch through the arms. As you breathe in, lift up a little bit. As you breathe out, sink down. But as you sink down, I want you to try and put equal pressure through the back foot. But we tend to forget that back foot. Shoulders relaxed, stretching through the fingertips. Nice deep breath in, breathing in from your roots to your crown, breathing out from the crown to the roots. Then lift up, we're going to come into triangle position. So try and lift your top hip, pulling your right thigh muscle in towards you. And help stretch across, lengthen across. You can keep the legs firm and come into triangle pose, pressing both arms back. If your top shoulder is tight and it feels like it's around your ear, then wrap it around behind you. Either look forward, you can look up, you can look down to the floor, whatever feels best for you. Make sure you're not resting on this hand. So you're engaging your legs, engaging your core, and imagine a line from your tailbone to the base of your skull. So legs firm, lift up from your roots, lift up your thigh muscles, lift up your kneecaps, bend that front knee, and lift back to warrior two. Come back to center. Just take a breath in the middle. Then turn your left foot out 90 degrees, spread out the toes. Press through big toe, little toe, inner and outer heel. Turn the right toes in slightly, level out your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, as you bend the front knee, really press into that back leg. Again, you'll see my knee has gone over my ankle. So I just wiggle that forward a little bit. Press that knee out as you pull your right shoulder back, reaching through the fingertips. Now really actively press through all four corners of your feet. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, imagine your hips sinking down. Feel that stretch around your hips and groin. Inhale, rise, fill the body with breath. Exhale, so imagine like a balloon. As it fills with breath, it lifts away from the floor. As you breathe out, it comes back down to the ground. Again, think about whatever it was that excites you. Maybe there's more than one thing that excites you, that uplifts you, that you're like, yeah, I'd love to do that. Whether it's a one-off thing, like jumping out of a plane, parachute jump, by the way, it's epic, I want to do it again. Or whether it's a long-term thing, whatever it is, focus on that sense of excitement. Come up, lift your top hip, really pull this left thigh in towards you, coming into triangle. Inhale, stretch across, you're going to lengthen tailbone to crown, and bring that hand down. Either bring the arm up, pressing back, open up through the chest, or again, wrap it around behind you. Don't make it a big deal about whether you can reach the floor or not. Focus more on that length, because what sometimes happens is people keep their pelvis still and they try and bend in the middle, which means this kind of gets stuck rather than moving their pelvis and hinging and finding a sense of expansion, a sense of openness and grounding through those legs. Then bend the front knee, lift back up through warrior two, come back. Bend the knees, step, jump, or walk back to center. We're going to do a sequence called the floating moon warrior sequence. Have some fun and don't take things too seriously. Again, step, jump, walk the feet out. Make sure you've got a bit of room to one side. So again, we're going to start on the right. So I'm doing my left. I'm starting on, so it's you do mirror image. So turn your right foot out. Left toes turn in, hips level. Then coming into our warrior two. Don't worry too much when we go through sequence. Don't worry too much about precision, as long as it feels safe. So again, knee pressed out, tailbone tucked under. Imagine lifting up through the pelvic floor muscles. Feel strong, grounded. Honor the warrior within you, the peaceful warrior. Honor your strength, okay? So often we're good at berating ourselves. We're not good at honoring our strength. So take this time to honor the warrior within you. Then from here, push into that front foot, straighten the legs, and lift up. Stretching a little bit back if you can. Pull up your thigh muscles, slide that back hand down the back leg. Either look up or look down to that back foot, whatever feels best for you. Squeeze your glutes. Then come back via warrior two. and bring the elbow to the thigh, arm alongside your ear for Parsvakonasana, bent leg triangle. Again, try and keep this knee out, back leg strong, tailbone tucked under. Try and make sure there's not too much weight on that leg. Then we're going to come up into reverse warrior. So sliding the back hand down. Again, either look up or look down to the floor. Then look up to that hand. You're going to follow that hand. And you're going to push off the back foot. Find the floor. Woo. If you've got a wall behind you, that's perfect. And try and find your half moon pose. So you can use blocks, you can use a wall, it's all good. Breathe in. As you breathe out, try and land back into your warrior two pose. Breathe in and out. Straighten the legs, stretch up and back. Inhale up and exhale into Parsvakonasana. Inhale back into reverse warrior. Again, follow that hand, take a leap of faith, exhaling. Ooh, I haven't done this for a while. Oh dear. Again, just laugh at the fact. If you do wobble, laugh. Or if you do have a wall behind you, perfect. Breathe in and breathe out. Land. See, I can think, oh God, I'm going to record this again because I'm not doing it perfectly. Who's perfect? Breathe in and out. Straighten the leg, stretch up and back. Inhale and exhale, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, take a leap of faith and land. Know that the earth is there to support you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior two, got two more. Inhale, exhale, stretch up and back. Feel strong, grounded, secure. Breathe in, breathe out, Parsvakonasana. Inhale, up and back, reverse warrior. Again, follow that hand. Leap of faith into Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe in. And breathe out. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Lay back. Inhale up. Exhale. Parsvakonasana. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale. Up and back. Reverse warrior. Follow that hand. Exhale. Take that leap of faith into Ardha Chandrasana. Stretch in all five directions. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your warrior two. Come up, come to center. Just take a breath here. One thing I really focus on is just having a bit of fun. Okay, when we get flustered and oh, I'm not doing it perfectly, we lose that element of fun. Okay, and part of the moon energy is going with the flow and trusting that there are days when our balance is great and we can do everything with ease, and there are other days when nothing seems to go right, and it's just accepting each situation as it is. So we're going to have a go on the other side. So turn your left foot out. As you move, right toes in, hips level. Find your warrior two. Adjusting if you need to. Drawing that right shoulder back. Tailbone tucked under. Press the knee out. Arms out. Ooh, sorry, eating those. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink a little bit deeper. And inhale, up and back. Into that lay back. Reach up or look down to the floor. Inhale up, bend the front knee, exhale, elbow to thigh, arm alongside the ear, stretch from fingertips to heel. Keep the front knee bent, inhale, up and back into reverse warrior. Again, follow that hand, so look at that hand, push off the back foot, and it might not go to plan to start with, and you can have a block or a brick or something else here to bring your hand to. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back into warrior two. Inhale, exhale. Straighten both legs. Really firm up the thighs. Squeeze your butt. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Not reverse triangle. Bit like triangle. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Trust that the ground is there. You've not got far to fall. Inhale and exhale. Warrior two, last two. In and out. In and out. Again, smile, relax your jaw. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Follow that hand. Exhale. Find the ground. Breathe in. And breathe out. It's warrior two. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Push the floor in. Lift through both kneecaps. Now bend that front knee. Exhale. Elbow to thigh. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Follow the hand with your eye gaze. Find the floor or a brick, whatever you're using. Inhale. And exhale. Back to warrior two. Come up. Bring the feet in. Step. Jump or walk. Back to center. And just hands on the hips. Soften or close your eyes. And take a few nice, deep breaths. Simply noticing how you're feeling this moment in time. You can come down onto the mat, into a Shavasana. Stretch your legs out, have your hands, palms upwards. Close your eyes. If your head feels like it's tilting back at all, then add a block or a cushion underneath. Try and have the legs at least like mat width apart. Arms away from the body, palms upwards. So there's space around the body. Allow your eyes to close. Just being aware of your body lying still on the floor. Feel the energy flowing around your body. Feel that sense of vibrancy. And again, try and connect once more with that energy. What lights you up? And always keep in mind as well, there's no dream cubic or too small. Everyone's dream is personal. So whether you want to learn how to knit, whether you want to learn a new language, whether you want to change career, we get in our own way. Our ego gets in our way. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, there's too many people doing it. Or I'm not good enough. Or I'm too old. I'm this, I'm that, and the other. Put those aside. Trust that you live in a loving, energetic universe. And this universe wants us all to succeed. So again, tune in with that energy, that spark. And feel it. Imagine it's sending a message to every cell in your body. And feel, we use our emotions. Our emotions are a guidance system. So when we feel good, it means that it's right. It's right. When we feel bad, that's because we're disconnecting from our source. We're disconnecting from our divinity, if you like. So it's not wrong to want to do the things that uplift you, that energize you. You know, if other people are doing them, why not you? So tune into that sense, that energy, that vibrancy. And instead of thinking about why it can't happen, why it shouldn't happen, all that kind of thing, just focus on that energy. And just staying here, imagine with each breath, we're going to do 10 breaths here. And imagine with each breath, that energy gets even more intense. So with each breath in and out, that energy igniting every cell in your being gets brighter. So inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in 3. Breathe out 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Make it a dynamic breath. Use your lungs. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Inhale 7. Exhale 7. Inhale 8. Exhale 8. So feel that intensity rising. Inhale 9. Exhale 9. Inhale 10. Exhale, 10. And I want you to challenge yourself, or an invitation for the next 21 days. I want you to spend as much time as possible tuning into this energy. So thinking of whatever it is that lights you up, that excites you, that inspires you, that if you could do anything, this would be it. Whether it's a one-off, whether it's long-term, I want you to tune into that energy every single day for the next 21 days, as often as you can remember. And notice how your ego will try and tell you why you shouldn't, why you can't, why it's not going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Ignore that. Just see it as an exercise in making you feel good. So the next 21 days, take time every day to tune into the energy of feeling excited, of feeling fired up, and feeling yes, yes, yes. Because we're here for a fulfilling life. We're not here just to survive, we're here to thrive. So if you feel like you're ready to finish your practice, you can start to stretch out the body, moving in whatever way feels good for you. Really bring yourself up into a sitting position for the next few minutes or few moments. And just allow yourself to move. Expressive. So don't overthink it. And bring yourself to stillness. Bring your hands to your heart to your hands. Take a little bow to seal your practice. Namaste. Or if you wish, come find some music and boogie on down. Movement is a great way to uplift your energy. So much love. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Mwah!